Welcome to Vlogmas. My name is Jenny and I'm a crocheter based in North Yorkshire in the UK. Throughout December, I'm recording snippets of daily life to share with you. Grab yourself a cup, get comfortable, and I hope you enjoy watching.
Oh, good morning. I am feeling pretty rotten today, if I'm honest. But hey, I've had a Lemsip. Other cold and flu products are available. And I'm going to press on and see what I can get done. Oh, hello, Neris. Hey, Buzzcat. Getting Ned to go to school has been a bit of a challenge this morning, but he's gone. He says he doesn't feel well either, so it's entirely possible that he'll be coming home early. But hey, if that's the case, that's the case. We shall see. What are my plans for today, Neris? Can you remember? I want to try and edit the last few days worth of footage. Hopefully have a more successful editing session than the last one. See if I can get it done in one go this time. I need to finish my Christmas cards that are going in the post so that I can post them out tomorrow or soon anyway. Yeah, a couple of other bits and pieces. We'll see how we go. It might be quite a quiet and boring day again, but I will share what I can with you and we'll see. Right, Advent calendars. Number 11 today. The 11th of December already. We are a third of the way through December. Well, we were yesterday. And there are, I believe, 13 sleeps until Christmas. Which means 17 sleeps until my birthday. No. 16 sleeps until my birthday? Oh, I don't know. I can't do the maths this morning. It's soon anyway. Right, where's number 11 on this one? 11. Oh, it's there. It's another word rather than a number. It confuses me. But it's pretty. I like that some of them are numbers and some of them are letters. It's a bit more interesting. Pine needles everywhere. Alright, let's have a look at this one. This one is called... Oh, it's called Flounder. Oh, that's good colours. That is exactly flounder colours. Look. From The Little Mermaid, of course. It was always my favourite when I was younger in that film. I always really liked Flounder. Although Sebastian is very cool as well. Oh, it's a lovely, lovely colour. Really pretty. Oh, so there we go. That one. Just scooch a tiny bit, see if we can find 11 on this one. You can probably see it. Oh, is that it? Is that number 11? Look inside, look inside. There's number 11. Dotty box. Oh, we've got obviously a lovely skein of yarn, which is called, oh, it's called Parkin. Now, Parkin is one of those things. I don't know if it's a purely British food. It's like a really dense and a little bit sticky, very dark cake. What's in it? I think there's ginger in it, but it's not a ginger cake. And there's maybe some other spices as well. And it's one of those things that it's kind of traditional to have it around bonfire night. It's the 5th of November. And I don't really hear anything about it the rest of the year. It's a funny one. It's a long, long time since I've eaten any. But it is nice. I might have to get some now. It's made me think of it. That's a lovely colour. There we go, that's Parkin. Shall I do what I did last night and see how well it goes with yesterday's? Where's number 10? Where did I put it? That's number 10 there. Oh yeah, it's the yellow. again, that'll work really nicely, look, against the lemon jello. That's a really good combination. What's that? Right, what else is in here? What else is in here? Oh, it's a little key ring. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. It just says Crochet Society on it. I don't know. Well, you can see that funny camera angle this morning. Yeah, little Crochet Society keyring, or I'll probably use it as a like a bag charm. Instead, I don't like having loads of things on my keys. Yeah, I'll make a nice little bag charm in St. Aries. Hang it on my my handbag, or one of my project bags, or I don't know, the backpack that we take with us if we're having a day out. Not that that happens very often. And yeah, that'll be lovely. Proclaim my allegiance to Crochet Society to the world. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, Nerys, look at all these pine needles. There's loads of them. I don't think we've got a very good tree this year. It's a nice shape. I don't think it's been looked after very well by the people we bought it from. It is dropping all over the shop. Does it need watering? Yes, maybe. Still a bit damp. I might give it a bit of a water though, see if I can perk it up a bit. Oh, I need to water the rest of my plants as well. Yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to go and put some washing in, maybe make a cup of tea. Oh, I'm wearing my crochet jumper this morning. It's had a wash. And I've managed to stretch out a bit. This is what you get when you don't lay things flat to dry when they're made of wool. But you know, I really like a long sleeve. The only annoying thing is that the right sleeve is stretched more than the left one. And the body is stretched a little, but I actually think that's a good thing. It feels like it just fits a little bit more nicely than it did. And I do really, really like a long sleeve, so it is by no means ruined. And at least it has stretched rather than shrunk. Right, I need to get on. I shall check back in later on. Hello, it is later than I thought it was. It just surprised me a little bit, I guess. It's 11:20 apparently at night. I am still feeling pretty rough. My chest is sore now actually, which isn't great. But hopefully that will improve rather than worsen. I've not had a chest infection for a while, but I used to get them quite a lot, so keep your fingers crossed that it doesn't turn into one. Oh, anyway, enough moaning. I've been keeping it at bay with cold and flu pills. Unfortunately, I've just realised they've got caffeine in them, so it might take me a while to get to sleep tonight. That's probably why I've let it get so late by accident. Anyway, what have I done today? I have edited the video for the last few days, and it's worked first time, and I've got it uploaded to YouTube, so thankfully that went very smoothly. We've had a groceries delivery from Sainsbury's. Wouldn't normally have it on a Monday. I would tell you why, but it's a very convoluted and boring story, so I won't. But yes, had that delivery, put it all away. While I was doing the editing, waiting for it to export, I did a bit more work on the mosaic crochet baby blanket. So that was good, got a few more rows done. Remember to chase up Argos about the delivery of one of Ned's very few Christmas presents this year. We've bought him a Nintendo Switch and the Pikachu Let's Go Pokemon Go game. Been absolutely desperate for them, so he doesn't know yet. But yeah, it's not all he's getting from us, but he's not getting much else because obviously that's cost quite a lot of money. So yeah, he should be very happy with that, I think. But yes, not only did they get it, get the replacement sent out, but it's, you know, I spoke to them, I did the online chat thing, spoke to them just before lunchtime, and it arrived this evening, so that's all sorted. Oh, and I spent most of the afternoon working on my Christmas jumper, and I've made some pretty good progress actually. It's I won't show you it all because it's tucked away in the bag, but I've now finished the back panel as well as the front. So I might block those tomorrow actually, because then they're ready to be seamed together. The instructions did say to seam front and back at the shoulder like now, but I want to block both those panels separately, just to set the shape of it. It's acrylic yarn and I'm going to steam block it, so that should just set the shape of those panels a bit at least, so that when it gets worn and then washed it should keep its shape reasonably well. But yeah, so we finished the back panel and I've started on one of the sleeves. I love this pattern. It's by Manatee Squares. I think it's called the Festive Furs sweater, I think. And it's filet crochet. I don't know how well you'd be able to see it. Hang on, have I got something I can put inside just to kind of show you the design? I don't know if you can see that because I can't tell whether this is focusing, but hopefully that'll show you. It's got a little filet design of trees. Hang on, let me come closer. Oh, it doesn't really show up, does it? I'll take a picture at some point for you to see. In fact, I might do that in a minute and then you can see it after you've watched this clip. But yeah, I've only done a few rows of the pattern. And I've actually skipped, it's worked from the cuff up to the elbow, and I've actually skipped the cuff bit because the ribbing that the pattern calls for, if you don't crochet this won't mean anything to you, but just bear with me. The ribbing that the pattern uses is front post back post ribbing, which is nice enough and it works it nice and quickly, and it is in fact what's been used for the bottom ribbing on the body. But just I prefer the look of back loop single crochet ribbing, or even half double crochet. So what I'm going to do is when I've finished the sleeves, I'm going to then add ribbing, back loop single crochet ribbing afterwards. In fact, once the jumper's all finished, I think I shall sew it all together, seam it all together, and then add the ribbing to the sleeves and the neckline separately. But yeah, I love the pattern because technically it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 row repeat in theory. But once you know what you're doing with it, so the first 7 rows are one part of the pattern, and then the next 7 are the same but just offset, so that you get like a grid pattern of the tree design. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I hope that makes sense. So once you know what you're doing, because it's so repetitive, it sticks in your head, and actually you can figure out what the next row is just by looking back at what you've done. So I don't have to keep checking the pattern all the time. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't have to keep checking the pattern, so it works out fairly quickly. And I'm confident that I know what I'm doing at this point. So I'm just going to keep working, and it says to just do, I've got the width right already. And they're going to be nice wide sleeves. Look at that, which I like. They'll be that width all the way up. It says just to work as many repeats as you need for the length. So I'll do one sleeve and then use that as a template for the other sleeve. So I do the same number of repeats. Yeah, it's working out beautifully. So yeah, I am reasonably confident that if I actually focus on it and don't get too distracted with other projects, of which there are some I need to get done, I should be good to go with my target of wearing it at Christmas. I had originally wanted to wear it for, well, obviously between washes for most of December, but I got sidetracked and did other things, so that hasn't happened. And then this evening I have painted my nails. Should have seen a little picture. I don't know how well they will focus for you. Are they the right way up? No, they want to be that way up. Unfortunately, my nails aren't quite long enough for the design, so some of the heads have been chopped off. And none of them have got hats on. It's illustrations in a similar style to the the animation of the Snowman film. Walking in the air, all that. They're just kind of cute. I just wanted to do fresh nails. And while they've been drying and while I've been doing other things, waiting for the things to happen, I've done some Christmas shopping online. I was going to wait until I got a chance to go around the Christmas market in town and see what I could find there, but I don't know when that's going to be now. I don't think I'm going to be well enough tomorrow. And then Wednesday there's something else I'm going to be doing. And I'm just busy. I might get out there on Friday. The weather's supposed to be pants as well. I think Friday's supposed to be a reasonably nice day, so I might get into town then. And then after that, there's only really a week left till Christmas. So, and there's a couple of people that I need to post presents to. So I've ordered their things, and hopefully they'll arrive in time for me to post them to them. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I've got quite a lot of Christmas shopping done, which is good. I'm feeling a bit less worried about it now. I was worried earlier because I hadn't really done any. I still want to find a couple of other things for Kelvin. There's a couple of little stocking fillery type things to get for Ned. A couple of things to go in his stocking from Santa. And just a couple of little bits from us just to pad it out a bit. I know we're getting him a big present and he doesn't need anything else, but I like there to be lots of little things to unwrap. What else was I going to say? No, I think that's it. I've got a few other people I need to find things for as well, but I've done a lot better than I thought I had. A lot better. My brother, I don't ever know what to get my brother other than cider, and it feels boring buying him cider every time. So yes, I want to try and find him something, but I don't know what. Any ideas? Any ideas? What to buy? A young man. He's what? How old am I? I'm 35, coming up 36. So he will be, -6. Oh God, no, he can't be 30 yet. Maybe he's 29. He can't be 30. I'd know if he was 30. Maybe he's 29. I need to check all their ages. Really rubbish. I'm losing track of how old they are. My brother and my sisters. It doesn't really matter most of the time, I suppose. Yeah, so a late 20s young man who he likes going out with his mates, and he likes expensive grooming products and designer clothes. And I never know what to buy him. what did I get? Oh, I got him a little for his birthday because we happened to be, his birthday's in April, and we went to Chester Zoo at the beginning of April before Easter, and I got him a silly little thing from the gift shop. I can't even remember what it said on it now, but just a keyring with a silly, was it a keyring or a fridge magnet? One of the two. I can't remember what it said now. Doesn't matter. I want to get him something nice that he'll like. Anyway, you can probably tell I'm getting a bit rambly and weird now. I hope I'm making sense vaguely. Thank you very, very much for watching. Especially the last couple of days when I've just lost the plot a bit. I don't really know. Well, I don't feel like I've given you a lot of entertaining content, let's put it that way. Sorry, my mouth's really sore. Right, yes, thank you very, very much for watching. I do hope it's been at least mildly entertaining for you. I probably shouldn't say this at this point because there'll be a couple more days of footage to come. Never mind, thank you anyway. I hope you're okay. I hope you've managed to escape the horrible cold/flu-y thing that's going around. I don't think it's COVID, this. Mostly because Kelvin did a test and it was negative. And I clearly caught this from him. Because I haven't left the house recently. Not really. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're okay. I will be back tomorrow with more ramblings. Good night. Good morning. It's the 12th of December. I feel even worse today. Calvin has assured me that when he was ill, he felt loads worse one day, and then the next day felt loads better again. So I'm hoping that will happen with me as well, especially because I am supposed to be going to Ned's school for a little bit tomorrow afternoon. More on that later. Obviously, if I'm really ill, I probably shouldn't go. I want to go. I really want to go. It should be fun. But I obviously don't want to make other people ill. That would be very inconsiderate, especially this close to Christmas. So yeah, it's going to be another slow and steady day, I think. Yeah, let's start with the advent calendars. Day 12. Day 12. What have we got? 12 is down at the bottom. This is Vicky Brown's calendar. My voice has gone very strange. It's croaky one minute and all squeaky the next. There's my yarn from Vicky Brown. That's another very pretty one. Oh, and this one's called Pocahontas. Yes, it is. There, it says it's fine. Can't quite see her, can you? No, can't be bothered to move the camera now. Oh, and that shows me where 24 is as well, right down at the bottom. That's the Vicky Brown's one. Now, if I should, I'm going to have to move the camera. There we go. Crochet Society. Where's number 12? Was that it? Right in the middle? I think it is. Yeah, the 12 on a wreath. Here you go. Hello, Purse. You helping? This one is called Sugared Almond. It's a lovely pastel-y colour. I do what I did yesterday, the day before. Let's find the one from yesterday. Where did number 11 go? That was it. So again, I'll have a nice Nice contrast in the colours. We ought to do some more on that blanket actually. Otherwise it's gonna get too far behind. And another lovely hook. What size is this one? It's a 3mm one, this one. With a lovely shiny handle. I hope that's focusing for you. I haven't got a clue. There is Don't Be Silly. You're not Ned's advent calendar over. There we go. And you see it? Yeah. Giving everything a good sniff. No, right, I'm not going to linger because I don't really have much to say, to be honest. No, I can't think of anything to say, in fact. But that's that. I shall try and find something at least vaguely interesting to show you later on. And if all else fails, I'll check back in before bedtime. Alright, bye for now. Hello. Ned has... No, the other one. I'm going to start this again. Hello. Kelvin has just set off to collect Ned from school. And I thought I'd check in because I'm actually feeling quite a lot better, which is good. Who knows how long it'll last, but I'm going to enjoy it while it does. Still not 100% obviously, but much better than I felt this morning. Hang on. Yeah, this morning wasn't especially interesting. I needed to do household budgeting and pay my credit card, which I was a bit worried about this month, but actually it's worked out okay. I managed to clear it without too much difficulty, which is good. Next month could be a bit different because there's all the Christmas shopping on it. Speaking of, I have now done most of my Christmas shopping. I've ended up doing it pretty much entirely online, which I hadn't wanted to do this year. I wanted to get around the Christmas market first, but I just don't know when I'm going to be able to do that now. So I've done a lot of it online. I have done it mostly from independent businesses. There's a few bits from Amazon, like the odd book for Ned and things like that. But most of it is from independent businesses, so I'm quite pleased with myself for that. And there's just a few bits and bobs left to get, mostly chocolate and alcohol, that sort of thing. Sorry if I'm a bit wobbly, I'm just holding this up because this is just a quick one. I couldn't be bothered to set my my stand up for it. And then this afternoon, I had quite a quick lunch break, which is unusual for me. I quite often take my time over lunch. But I wanted to get on with my Christmas jumper. And so I have been. I put YouTube on. I've been watching lots of other Vlogmas videos, which has been really good. Really lovely to see what everyone else is up to. I've got a lot to catch up on. I think I've just got through to videos from the 4th of December. Excuse me. I just needed to cough. Hopefully I'm able to cut that out. So I've got a lot of catching up to do, but I'm just doing a bit at a time, and if that means I'm still watching them in January, at least I'll have something nice to watch in January. Right, I'm going to flip you around and just show you how far I've got with my job. Right, this isn't a great angle because I am kind of reclining on the sofa, but here we go. This is, I'm just under halfway through, I think, the first sleeve, which is good. It was up to, I think I was up to about there when I started. And I'm now obviously all the way up to here. I'll just slip it on. I can't quite do it properly. Hold on. There we go. If I kind of sit it to there, because then obviously there'll be a bit of ribbing over where my glove is poking out. And then if I twizzle it, you can just see it's not quite up to my elbow, but it's almost there. Sorry, like I said, the angle is terrible and it's probably making the volume weird as well, the audio weird. You can see the trees quite clearly from this angle though. That's nice. I have slightly adapted the pattern in that it's supposed to work it in joined rows. There we go, which is what I've started off doing. See, they're all joined here. But I really, really hate working joined rows. I hate seaming things together as well, but I hate working joined rows more. So I've decided from this point on to work it as if it was a flat piece. And then when I've got the sleeve long enough, I shall block it, which will be a bit tricky at this end where it's joined, but I'll figure it out. Block it and then seam it together afterwards. And it means this sleeve will look a little bit odd because it'll be, the join will be different here. It will change and look different. But it's just one sleeve on one jumper that, is for me to wear. It's not like I'm making it for someone else, so it's not a big deal. And the other sleeve, I shall learn from this and I shall just start off working it as a flat piece straight away. And then, yes, like I said, I just mentioned now, and I said earlier, this is the cuff end, and I'll be working a bit of back loop single crochet ribbing onto there. Right, that's it. I shall check in later on before bed. Hello. I'm feeling loads better, which is is fantastic. And it's kind of evident from the fact that it's apparently just gone midnight and I didn't realise. So yeah, back to my slightly mad staying up too late habits. I have had a lovely evening catching up on the Vlogmas videos from Ali at This Little Wonderful Life. She's also on Little Drops of Wonderful, but the Vlogmas is This Little Wonderful Life. And of course, therefore, carrying on with my Advent baby blanket. It's getting big. Just finished day 10, which is this up here. I believe this is limoncello. It was a very short episode. Ali and her family have, had day 9 and 10, had an eventful couple of days. Not in a good way. So day 10's episode was very short, which is absolutely fine. And so just a couple of rows of stitches of the limoncello. Yeah, literally 2 rows. I'm really liking how this is working up. I'm just going to weave in the ends now as I'm chatting to you. Obviously, it's a complete mishmash of colours, and some of them don't quite go together. But I think because I'm not planning it that way, it's just happening. I quite like it anyway. Hopefully my sister will like it. I'm sure the baby won't care, at least to begin with. But I do hope my sister likes it. We shall see. What else have I done? Not a huge amount. Showed you, I think, the progress I'd made on my Christmas jumper. I had intended to block the front and back panel for that this evening. I had intended to do it yesterday, but that didn't happen either. I was going to do it this evening and also wind up some more yarn because I've just finished a skein. And so I want to wind it from skeins into little cakes just to make it a little bit easier to work with. Basically I ended up rewinding one of the cakes of yarn, the big sparkly yarn, for the crochet test that I'm doing because it started to get all tangled. I did a little bit of that this afternoon as well. And it has become so tangled during the rewinding process that it took me, when did it start? I mean, in between helping Ned get to sleep, but still it took me over an hour to do about 2/3 of it. And then I had to give up because it was 9:10. I was like, I need to come downstairs. So that is up in my craft room with the door firmly shut so that Neris can't get in there, which doesn't feel right. She's normally allowed to go in and get comfy on my chair, and I feel sad that I'm shutting her out, but I cannot risk her getting into that yarn and tangling it up even worse. So yes, that is in the way of all my blocking and winding of other things. So hopefully I'll get that rewinding finished tomorrow, and then I can get on with blocking and winding more yarn for the Christmas jumper, because I'm making really good progress on it and I'd really like to get it done so I can wear it. What else is there to tell you? Not a huge amount, to be honest. We had a lovely tea, a bit of a random one, because it's kind of been put together out of a few different ideas that have all somehow got mashed together. So we had meatballs that Kelvin just fried up, just with a bit of oil, I think. I don't know, I wasn't really concentrating. And in fact I was crocheting at the time. And meatballs and chips done in the air fryer, just frozen oven chips, nothing special. but very, very tasty. And sprouts and gravy. Because I think we have the only child in the world who actually likes sprouts, actively likes them and wants to have them. And we were in, where were we? Which supermarket were we in? Sainsbury's, I think, at the weekend. Yes, it was after we'd got the Christmas tree. We went to pick up a few bits and Ned saw the sprouts and was like, can we have some, please? Yeah. I'm not especially keen. I'll eat them. They're fine. And actually Kelvin cooked them really well tonight and they were quite tasty. Quite tasty as sprouts go. But, you know, I wouldn't go out of my way to buy them. And Kelvin's not hugely bothered either, but Ned was just like, I want sprouts. And yeah, we cooked them and he ate them all and still really likes sprouts. So it wasn't a flash in the pan kind of thing. You know, he genuinely does really like sprouts. Strange child. And in fact, it's the school Christmas dinner tomorrow and something else which I'll mention briefly in a moment. And he has opted, instead of having the school Christmas dinner, he has opted to take his packed lunch as normal, because he's not especially keen on the options they have provided. The most notable reason being because they haven't included sprouts with the Christmas dinner. He's absolutely disgusted. It was very funny. Yeah, the other thing happening tomorrow is we're having what's called a Crafternoon session at Ned's school. So any parents who are free are able to go down and spend a couple of hours in the afternoon. I don't know what we'll be making. I think it's going to be something Christmassy, but beyond that, I don't know. I hope I am well enough. Like I said, I do feel loads better, so I should be okay. I might just do a COVID test in the morning just to make absolutely sure, because we have got some still in the cupboard. I think are within date. Yeah, I'll have to do it first thing so that Ned knows whether or not I'm okay to go. And obviously I'll be very careful not to breathe on people and all the rest of it if I do go down. I hope I can. I've been really looking forward to it, and I know Ned's really excited about me being able to go and spend a bit of time in a classroom. Just give me one moment. Sorry, I realised my lips were really dry. I've just put some lip balm on. And then I also had a mini coughing fit, so I will have edited that out by the time you watch this, so you don't need to watch me coughing. No one wants to see that. What was I saying? Yeah, unfortunately Kelvin can't go to the Crafternoon tomorrow. He will pick us up when he finishes, so I'll be going down on the bus in the afternoon. It's the last hour of the school day, so it should be really good fun. Obviously I won't be able to film any of it or probably even take photos, just because obviously other people's kids and all of that. It would be a massive safeguarding issue if they let everybody take photos and videos and the like. But I shall try and remember to tell you about it afterwards. And if we are allowed to take pictures of like what we've made or something, then I will do, and we'll share those with you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Is there anything else of note? I don't think so. I think I'm going to put some more Christmas decorations up tomorrow. So I've only really, I did the window right at the beginning of the month, and then I've done the tree at the weekend, but I've not done anything else yet. And normally there's decorations all over the place by now. I've been busy and tired and ill. So yes, I don't know which bits I will do, but whatever I do, I shall film and or photograph and let you see. I think, to be honest, that's about it. So I shall sign off, I think. I'm just going to finish weaving in these ends. and then I'll be off to bed because it is much later than I meant for it to be. Oops. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's that. That's today, done and dusted. Tomorrow is the 13th of December. Oh, that's what else I was going to say. I hadn't finished talking about this blanket. I knew there was something. It's not really important. I suppose I could say it any time, but I've started now, so I'll finish. This is getting to a really good size already. So I've just finished the section for day 10. I believe, if my maths is right, that day 16 will be the very centre of the blanket. And I think, it's hard to tell because I don't know how long Ali's future episodes are going to be. Not even the ones that have already been released because I haven't watched them yet. But yes, I think by that point, by the time I get to day 16, this will be getting to a really good size. It's already getting pretty good size-wise. And so if that is the case, I shall then start decreasing. These are all increase rows at the moment, so you can't really see. I can't get it all in shot. I'll take a good picture of it at some point, but it's triangular at the moment because it's worked corner to corner. And so it's increasing until it becomes the size in terms of width and height that you want it. And it's a bit small at the moment, but it's not too far off. And I think another 5 days might make it about right, and then 6 for the central row. So yes, if that is the case, then I will start decreasing at that point. And we'll see. Hopefully the amount, it'll all work out well, and I'll end up finishing with a nice square blanket on the 31st, or at least with the colour. No, not for the 31st, the 25th. Oh, I've done it all wrong because obviously the Advent's only 25. It's 25 Crochet Society, not 24. Well, I might carry it on to the 31st and just go round with the yarn, or I think I've still got some bits of the same yarn left over from the last Crochet Society Advent calendar that I had. Yes, I'll look those out and see if I've got enough. I could finish it off with those. Or I could keep going to day 25, have that as the middle, and then try and work back with the same amount of rows for each colour, because I have got approximately half of each skein that I've used so far left. And because I'm working amount of time rather than a set amount of rows, that should continue to be the case, I think. I hope. So maybe I'll do that. I'll have a think. I'll keep thinking. I'll see what size it is when I get to the end of day 15 and have a think then. Because it definitely isn't big enough yet. But it is heading that way. But it might be nice to make a super big one. And that'd be really snuggly. And when my little niece-to-be gets a bit older, the blanket will still be usable. Right, I need to think. I need to think about that and work out exactly how I'm going to do it. But for now, it doesn't matter. For now, I'm just steadily increasing, getting bigger and bigger, weaving in these ends as I go. Right, I really am done now. So I shall say good night, and I shall be back tomorrow. Good morning. It is the 13th of December. Time is passing far too quickly. It is sometime in the morning, 9:30 maybe? Yeah, about 9:30. Just realised I hadn't actually checked a clock before coming on here. Yeah, I'm feeling loads better, as you can probably tell. I have done the washing up, put some washing in, emptied and reloaded the dishwasher, all of which you'll have seen. I know it's fascinating, isn't it? I've put makeup on. I've put some dangly earrings in. I've got my red dress and my snowflake tights on. I feel ready to face the world. I'm still croaky, I'm sure you can hear. Got a bit of a cough going on. And yeah, the occasional wobbly moment, but I'm doing alright. I'm going to take it reasonably easy today, just, I don't want to make myself worse. Again, I've got Ned's school's Crafternoon to go to this afternoon. Like I said, I probably won't be, well, I know I won't be filming while I'm there because other people's kids and all that sort of thing. If I'm allowed, I'll take a picture of what we make, but I can't promise anything at the moment. I don't know what they'll say about that. Other than that, I think I'm going to put just a few more decorations up, not loads. I like to do it in stages. I'm going to do a bit, and then I'm going to go and see if I can finish detangling that yarn that I was on with last night. But first, Advent calendar time. So here is the Vicky Brown's one. 13 is right at the top, which is lovely. Ooh. And we have got this little beauty inside. That makes me think of snow. Let's see what the name is in a moment. Okay, I hope you can get a good read on the colour. I think the light in here is okay this morning, but I'm never quite sure. What's this one called? Oh no, I don't know why I'm thinking snow, because I'm guessing, well, I know what I'm thinking snow because my eyes are rubbish and I can't see colour properly. You can probably tell. I'm assuming that that's a yellowy colour because this one's called Tweety. So I'm assuming Tweety Pie. So that's cute. And that is lovely. Don't really feel like it particularly goes with the previous colours. What was yesterday? Where's number 12 gone? Where's number 12 gone? Oh, it's at the bottom. Let's see how they look together. Oh no, that's okay actually. What was yesterday's called? Pocahontas yesterday and Tweety today. They look alright actually, don't they? And I don't know if I'll use them together anyway yet. I don't know what I'm doing with these. As I keep saying. You're probably sick of me saying that now. So we shall see. It's very pretty anyway. And it's always lovely and soft. I might have a vague idea that I might make myself make a scrappy shawl or something with it all. I don't know. We shall see. That one back over there. Right, Crochet Society. Where's number 13 hiding? I think that's a 13. Careful not to look in it until I know for certain. That is a 13. Definitely a 13. Okay, we have got this yarn today. Glasses off, so I've got some hope of reading the label. Maybe. Oh, I think this one's called Fondant Fancy. Kelvin's favourite cakes, incidentally. He always, well not always, because he likes lots of other things as well. But I'll quite often get him a box of Fondant Fancies with the shopping, if I feel like treating him. Oh, now it's you coming to join in? Yeah, it's a little box. It's a little box. Well, you can't quite see it. I wasn't always doing that. Let's see if I can She in shot? Oh, she's not posing now anyway. Come on, come on. Oh no, she's off. She's off. Put that back. Anyway, yes, fondant fancy. So it's nice. Shall I do what I've been doing the other days? Where's yesterday's? Where's 12? 12 was in the middle, wasn't it? Okay, so they're both very pale. It's 12 on the top, and then today's underneath. What was the colour yesterday? It's upside down, that's not going to help me. Oh, sugared almond yesterday. So, yeah, there's not going to be a lot of change in tone between those two on the blanket. But hey, it's pretty, so it doesn't matter. You'll have seen the blanket in... Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. Yeah, you'll have seen the blanket in last night's video. Oh, look at the little trees. You can see the little trees on the box. That's really cute. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to save that for any length of time. There it is. I love these. This is my third or fourth set of these now, and they're fantastic. Look a bit weird like that. They are folding scissors. And there's a glitter. It's great because it means you can pop them in your project bag just as they are. You know you're not going to cut yourself or anything as you're trying to get them out. So that is perfect. Never have too many scissors. In fact, on my Christmas list this year, there's a few big things, a couple of which I've mentioned already. But I've also put, look, if people just want to get me like a selection of these little things, make a little hamper up or something, that'd be great. And there's embroidery scissors, bent tip needles, little retractable measuring tapes, all of that sort of thing, because you can never have too many. Especially the way that I store my projects, because what I like to do is have, oh, sorry, just slip that back in there, is I'll have a bag for the project, as most people do, but I won't just keep the yarn in it. I like to keep the whole project in, so I'll have the yarn and the hook I'm using, and a pen or a pencil, and a tape measure if I think I'll need it, and a needle and some scissors, and maybe a little notebook. Which is why I have so many hooks, because I keep buying more, because I'll have 3 or 4 projects on the go and then start another one, because I'm an idiot, and realise that the hook size that I need is already in a project bag. Oh, let's buy another one, it's fine. Anyway, that's my advents done. Very pleased with both of those. And yeah, I'm going to do some decorating. Christmas decorating, you know what I mean. Put some up. I'm talking very quickly again, aren't I? Sorry. I shall try and slow down for the next video. I shall be back later. These are all the Christmas cards we've had in so far this year. Please excuse all the little spots where blue tack has been before. I can't be bothered to clear it all off because at some point we'll be repainting this wall anyway. So I'm just going to cover it up with Christmas cards for now. We've also got Ned's bravery certificate from the hospital, and then the card that his friend made him for afterwards. That only last week it was, wasn't it? But yeah, most of these are for Ned. He brought them home from school. I've got a couple in the post, but not many yet. There we go. Right, next. Good evening. I've got no idea what time it is. It's around about 11, I think. I'm going to head up to bed shortly. Actually having a sensible night again. I was feeling so much better this morning. I think I ended up overdoing it a little. By lunchtime, I was starting to flag a bit, and then obviously I've been out this afternoon as well. And by the time I got home again, I was just completely done in. I managed to get through bedtime with Ned, which I was deliberate. I wanted to do bedtime with Ned tonight because there he is. There's his tail. And she's wobbling the camera. Sorry. Come this way, Puss. Come on, come this way. Yeah, I specifically wanted to do bedtime because last night, which was also my bedtime, he started working on a little project to go with Kelvin's Christmas presents. He's making a little card for Kelvin, which is just lovely. And so we wanted to carry on with that tonight. There might be a little bit more to do on it another time, but we've got plenty of time still, so that's okay. But yeah, I kind of came down after that and just collapsed a bit on the sofa. I'm feeling better again now, so I think sitting still and crocheting for a couple of hours has done me a lot of good. But yes, I'm not going to stay up late. I'm going to go up in a minute when I've finished talking to you, if Neris will let me. It feels like she's about to settle down. So when I last spoke to you, I was trying to detangle that blooming yarn. It is still an entangled mess in my craft room. I need to shut the door actually, make sure Neris doesn't get in during the night. Normally she's allowed in and out of there as she pleases, but with a heap of tangled yarn all over the floor on my desk, I don't really want to get in, just in case she decides to play with it. So I'm going to try and finish detangling that tomorrow and get it back into a usable state. Yes, and so yeah, after you saw me last, I had some lunch and then set off for the Crafternoon at Ned's school, which was really lovely. Just for an hour. I was actually slightly late because I thought it started at 2:30, and then I found out just gone 10 to 2 that it actually started at 2:15. And of course, the 10 to 2 bus had just gone. Literally missed it by about 30 seconds. So I had to wait for the next one, which is at 2:10. But that's fine. I got to school about 25 past, I think, so I wasn't too late. And Ned hadn't started to panic or anything, so it was all fine. And we made a little, not a real gingerbread house, but a little gingerbread house decoration out of cardboard and lollipop sticks and little sequins and stuff. And she should have, well, either I've just shown you a picture or I'll put one up now, whichever way round I've done it. I think I took a little mini video. Oh, Neris, what are you doing? You climbing up me again? Are we having a cuddle? Look at this. Look at this. Let's do that, see if she'll settle down. No, she's going now. Yes, I took a little bit of footage, so hopefully I've added that in for you as well. Sorry, just shift that back again. What are you doing, Buzz? Yeah, that was lovely. They had tea and coffee and hot chocolate for the kids, or grown-ups if you wanted it, and cookies and mince pies, and they had the Christmas music playing, and all the kids had Christmas jumpers on. I would have been too warm with one, but you know, I had my Christmas earrings and my tights and that, so that was lovely. Nice to see Ned's teacher properly, sort of outside of parents' meeting setting, and the head teacher and the teaching assistant, and yeah, it was just really lovely that afternoon. And And then Kelvin picked us up and brought us home. Kelvin cooked tea. What did we have? Oh, we had pulled pork sandwiches for tea. Just had a complete blank for a moment then. It was all a blur. Couldn't remember what we'd had. So that was lovely as well. Some of the Christmas presents that I ordered yesterday and the day before have started turning up. I've got 2 actually that I need to, I'm going to have to do it in the morning now. I need to get parcelled up and put in the post. So yeah, I don't know if I'll go out tomorrow. I might just arrange a collection for Friday. They should still get where they need to go by Christmas. And if they're a little late, they're a little late. It's not the end of the world as long as they get there. But yes, I've got lots and lots of parcels to open. I haven't opened any of them yet today. I thought I would do it on camera tomorrow. I will have to be a little bit careful. I think I can probably get away with showing you things for Kelvin, as long as he's not in the room, obviously. Because he doesn't tend to watch my videos, and I can always tell him not to. I won't show you if there's anything in those parcels for Ned, because he uses my YouTube account, not this channel, my like private channel, but these videos show up on it as well. Did that make sense? He might end up seeing these videos, basically. I don't think he's ever properly watched one of my videos yet, but he knows he's allowed to. And it would be just my luck that if I did show one of his presents on here, that would be the video he wanted to watch. So I won't show anything for him. Did I say yesterday we didn't really let it slip. Kelvin and I were talking in code over tea yesterday about his main present, and he thinks that he has figured out what it is, and I think he might be alright. Again, I'm being very cautious in case he watches this. I can neither confirm nor deny whether he has figured it out or not. But yeah, it's all a bit, I wish he hadn't guessed. That's what I'm trying to say. But hey, whether he has guessed it or not, he's going to love it. I know that much. And it's the main thing, and we haven't got him much else, but we have got him a couple of other little bits that hopefully he'll really like. And of course, Santa will be getting him presents, and Granny and his aunts and uncles, and my mum, grandma, my dad, grandpa. He's gonna have presents coming out of his ears again. He's always so spoiled, and it won't just be on Christmas Day either, because of the way we're seeing people. It always gets quite spread out, which is nice. I've gone off on a tangent. What was I going to say? Oh, just that this evening, I've been meaning for the last week or so to start making Ned a new hat. Just because the ones I made last year, one of them he was never particularly keen on wearing. He's very quite sensitive to texture. As am I, to be fair. And a lot of my yarns, he likes them when they're wound up in the skein, but once you make something with them, he doesn't really like how it feels anymore. And it sort of says it's itchy on the back of his neck, whatever, if it's for a hat. And I made him one last year. In fact, I've got it here. Hang on. I think I had it out to remind me to make a new one. I made one last year. His favourite colour was blue at the time, with this lovely, lovely soft yarn at the bottom, which he did wear for a bit, but it didn't fit particularly well to begin with, and then obviously his head has grown since. It's not long enough. I think it still fit. Look, he's got a really big head. Kind of fits me, although my hair's up in a bun, which doesn't really help. But it's not long enough. So I'm starting again, making him a new one. So I raided my stash this evening to try and find some yarn that I thought would make a nice hat to look at. I think it will. But that would be soft enough for him as well. So I've got Where's the label for it? I'm going to show you it all properly. So the colourway for this is actually called Bright Pink Mix. But I think it's quite orangey, really. Get it nice and close for you. There's lots of there's white and there's orange and there's quite a deep red. And I mean, this light's not brilliant to show you the true colour. I'll take a picture once it's done. He might not like it. I don't know. I thought I'd start anyway, and I have got another colourway. Where's the bag gone? In the same yarn. Here it is. What's this one called? What's this one called? Oh, this one's called Lilac Mix, so it's a bit more, it's all blues and purples. There you go. Which he might like better. But I thought I'd start anyway, and then if he likes it, great. I've already done half the hat. Well, a third of the hat. And if he doesn't, never mind, I'll rip it back and start again. It would be a little bit annoying, obviously, but worse. And it could be worse. And this has helped me this evening, so that's all good. This is a Women's Institute yarn, which I haven't ever used before. That's the label. And it is 100% microfiber acrylic. What weight is it? Well, it is machine washable, that's good. Oh, what weight is it? It's called Soft and Silky, the yarn type. Does it not actually say? I don't think it actually says what weight. Oh, it does say it's a 4-ply. I thought it was. And it recommends a 3.25mm hook, but I'm actually using it with a 4mm, which gives this really lovely drapey texture. It keeps it nice and light feeling. It's not going to be stiff or anything. It'll just kind of drape over his head. And then for the brim, I was umming and ahhing about what to use. I wanted to use I wanted something really super soft for the brim of the hat, because obviously it'll be directly on his skin, across his forehead and around the back of his neck, and on his ears. And so I've got this, which is Serdar Snuggly Bunny. So I've used a little bit before. In fact, I used it for another hat I made recently. And this is the colour Lamb, I think. Yes, that's what I've written on it. Which is number 310, I think. Oh, sorry, my lips are really dry again. Where does it say what it's made of? Back here somewhere. Oh, it's just nylon, but it's fluffy. It's a lovely fluffy squishy yarn, and it does feel lovely. So I'm just going to do, I'm not going to change the stitch or anything like that. I'm just going to do a plain band, hang on, like that. So you'll get the colour and then a plain band of the same stitch in the white. This will also go really well with the other colourway. But if he doesn't like this, I'll show him the other one, and if he likes that, I've got a couple of other colours that I think would work quite well with that bluey lilac-y one as well. There's no pattern for this hat, by the way. I'm just using the extended single crochet stitch, and I've got measurements from somewhere, I can't remember where. I will link in the description to where I found, not the measurements, I've measured his head, and then I found it's basically a formula to work out what size to make the hat depending on your head measurements. So I'll link to that in the description for you, because I find it really useful, because it's all well and good having a hat pattern, and sizing charts are also really useful. Obviously, if you're making hats as stock for a market or a shop or whatever, and so you're just making them in generic sizes, but if you're making a hat for a specific person, it's nice if you can make it for their size specifically. And some people have got taller heads than others, or yeah, so it's a really simple little formula. It's don't know what that was. You take the measurements, and then I think you divide the circumference by pi. Thank goodness for calculators. To get the crown diameter. And then you take that same measurement, the circumference of the head, and you divide it by 10 and then times it by 4 to get the approximate height of the hat, which is just a little bit more than what I measured on Ned earlier. So I'm going to make it to the calculated length, because then if it's a bit long you can just turn it up or wear it a bit slouchy or whatever. I'd rather it was too long than too short, as long as it's not extreme. And if I finish it and it's miles too long, I can always rip it back and just do the last couple of inches again. Anyway, I'm waffling now, and my phone's probably about to run out of battery, so I am going to wrap this up and just tidy things up a bit down here and then go off to bed. I think tomorrow is an editing day. I did have a few things I wanted to do, but I think I'm going to sack off most of them. I'm going to edit, do a bit of sorting out of crochet projects, detangling and rewinding yarn, and hopefully get some crochet done and show you the presents that have arrived. Okay, and do my advent calendars, of course. Right, that's the end of the 13th. I shall see you tomorrow.